Okay, hello everyone. Welcome in this video. Today we have our student Ömür, who is a successful Forex trader. We will talk about his challenges and his success today. First of all, welcome Ömür to this interview. Thank you for accepting this interview. So, first of all, can you introduce yourself, where you live, what you do for a living, just a small background?
Yes, thanks for having me at first. The name is Ömür, and I'm based in Turkey. I live in a relatively smaller city close to Istanbul, let's say. And I'm working at Apple as a technical support manager, and I can add to that I'm a beginning trader, maybe.
Okay. So you did you ever trade it before, on the Forex market or on stock market? If you can tell a bit about your experience, what is your experience level?
I haven't traded until end of July this year. I had not really an experience on the stock market, but I had some company stocks and RSUs, so I've done some selling, but I've never done buying on active manner.
Yeah.
So my first trade basically was on the 29th of July this year, and before that, I had no knowledge about trading.
Okay, so a complete beginner in terms of experience.
I saw sometimes charts that you posted on Instagram or Twitter, and it was just like a language that I didn't speak. I couldn't understand what was going on.
Okay, so you took part in the advanced supply and demand course, giving by me. If you can, explain like how did that go, the course, and how long did you trade after the course, with the demo account? Did you trade with demo account? Can you tell a bit, what was your experience with the course?
Yeah, I want to start with the word course. I don't think that's not covering the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Or the mentorship program.
Yeah, it's not only a course; it's a whole system. It's if you ask me, it's a success strategy that you have created, and to be able to follow that success strategy, the course content, the information is very important. It's essential. But there's then also the group, the interaction part. So maybe if you ask me, I want to divide that into 3 different sections. If we talk about the course, it's all essential knowledge. It's I've been looking around afterwards on the internet about some topics that we had covered during the course, just to get maybe a more in-depth insight as well. But some topics are very hard or even impossible to find on conventional search channels.
Okay.
So the information is really it's so much worth, to be honest. It's very essential and very core information.
Yeah.
So the knowledge I've gained sets for me the base. It provides me the confidence of knowing what I'm doing on the market. That's the information part.
Okay. All right.
But then, if
did you how? So you finished the course and then you started with a demo account right away?
Yeah, but so I want to go a bit more into the course. I want to really explain. I don't know if that's okay for you, but I really want to.
Sure, go ahead.
The course content, that's what I'm talking about. But then there's the checklist, as you call. I'm calling it the success strategy. For me, it's a success strategy. It's where I learned a whole approach of taking multiple factors into consideration, with built-in security layers to ensure that the trade that I'm going into, that I'm going to buy or sell, is well analyzed and contains all the critical signs that will set me up for success. I think that's a very, very important thing. The knowledge only wouldn't be sufficient for me to put this into action as it is. And then there's the private Slack group. I want to touch base on that as well, because that's where the analysis and the setups are shared, where the opportunities are shared, and that's of great help because it shows guidance for my trading. I can put inspiration out of that, and then I can go to that specific to that specific how do you call it, the chart, and I can go into that and look if it makes sense to me, if I would see something there that would push me into going into a trade. And I also think that the group will be more interactive with time once the students feel confident and start sharing their analysis and their in it as well. So that
takes chart hours, obviously.
Yeah. But that's the course. It's not only the course, it's also the success strategy and the Slack group, in my opinion. Okay,
great to hear. Now coming back to demo.
Yeah.
How long did that take, or are you still demoing, or
no?
Try to learn.
It took me about a month with the demo account.
That's a short period.
That's a short period. I remember you saying that I should use the demo account for at least 3 months.
Yeah.
And that was my intention. But after about a month, I felt ready, and I saw that I had a consistent rate of success. I wasn't losing much, or maybe nothing, and it was going good. And so I felt ready, and I thought, okay, maybe the better way is to have that 3-month period. Well, I feel ready, and I don't want to lose time, and I'm ready to take that risk maybe as well. So I did it. I went live after a month of demo counting.
Okay, so you didn't fail the real emotion, because when you trade demo, there's no emotions because you have nothing to lose, basically. So that could have maybe triggered the stepping up to the live account earlier, much earlier than I have recommended you to do. Okay, that's good. So what are your current challenges? If you see everyone has challenges, do you have mental or psychological challenges when you are opening a trade, or do you still think you have challenges with stopping earlier from a trade, or can you keep your discipline, set and forget your trade, or are you watching all the time your trades right now?
I'm not at a level where I set up and forget the trades. I'm watching it.
You're managing your trade, basically.
Yeah, it's like it's still the missing chart hours, I guess. That I feel the urge to keep watching, so my eyes get used to what's happening, so I can see what is happening on the chart. So it's not because I'm afraid, or it's not because, well, yeah, I did something and I don't know what's gonna happen. That's not the case. But I want to watch it move, so I know how it is evolving.
Yeah,
it's basically chart hours and gaining that experience, just to have a better eye for future charts.
Yeah, and also understanding probably the price action at that time. When you see live, you see it's clearly developing, that the price action is developed when you are actually seeing it. So that is the good thing, and especially if it's going into the right direction, which you have intended in, or at least anticipated or hoping for, that is always a good sign, of course, to read and understand, okay, your analysis is true, is correct, and now is going to where it should go, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So what are your goals in terms of growth, like, account growth? Where are you now, and what are the next steps or next levels of growth in size? If you can, if you don't mind to share.
Yeah, no worries. At the moment, I'm at the point where I just put everything back into my account. I'm not taking any profits for myself, but I do have a monthly growth goal of 32%. So I want to grow my account with 1/3 every month.
That's very high or challenging goal. I mean, of course, if you know what you're doing, it's not. But knowing that most retail traders don't actually reach that goal, so that is quite unusual. But I'm not saying it's impossible. Definitely, if you know what you're doing. I mean, if you know this concept, and I'm sure then it's quite feasible, because when you understand price action, that means, yeah, you have actually no limits. That is why you're having a quite above the standard growth goals or objectives, which is fine. Totally. So that is my next question. So last month, August, you traded for, that was your first full month of trading, basically, and you have gained your account size with 52%, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in terms of euros or dollars, I mean, do you mind to share what did you achieve?
I'm gonna be very clear here. Just putting everything out. I deposited 5,000 euros in my trading account. That's the amount that I started with. I started end of July with live trading. I had 3 days in July, which made me around 300 somewhat. But then the first full month was August, and to be honest, I couldn't imagine that it would happen. My 32% growth rate is based on my success with the demo account, so it had something behind. It was not just a number, but the live account, the first full month of August went above and beyond of that, and I closed it with 52% of gains of profits. So that was about 2,800 euros net.
That's more than an average salary, in Belgium, where I live, and I'm guessing
it's even more
is the same, above average. Yeah. So that is an awesome result, which is fantastic, and I congratulate you again for doing this.
I'm very happy with it.
I'm sure you are. So
I do have another thing, and this I wouldn't have been able to dream about it even, but we're only 4 days into September, and again, with my new starting balance for this month, I'm already on 54% of net profit.
You're crushing it.
Well, I'm heading towards the 5,000 euros at the moment, only in the month of September.
That is a great achievement. Of course, it's just on the side. This is no guarantee that you, as a viewer, you can make it. I mean, just that is his current success. So
it's sticking to the plan.
When you put the effort and knowledge in practice, this is what could happen. obviously. Okay. Now, I don't want to hold you longer. So as a final question, what will be the 3 tips that you could give to a new beginner or a novice trader, let's say, who wants to start basically today? What will you recommend?
I would say knowledge is key.
Okay.
Finding the correct resources, finding the core information. I'm not talking, no offense, but I'm not talking about Instagram posts, etc.
Yeah.
You have to find the core, the essential knowledge, the philosophy of how it works.
Okay.
So that's key. I think a good mentor is essential. If you have the right knowledge, if you find that correct source, and you have a good mentor that can provide you with feedback, that can polish your strengths, but also can point out your weaknesses to make sure that you are developing and that you know what to watch out for. That's very important, the first and the second one. And then number 3 would be for me, practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice with a demo account until you feel confident enough to go with real money. Because at the end of the day, if you lose real money. If you win real money. But the risk is there. And if you're not ready and you go into that live trading thing, it's really it's also a mental game. You have to be ready for that. And I would suggest at least 1 hour a day in front of the screen, just to make sure that you understand what's going on the market and where to jump in, where to jump out. It's really important.
Yeah. Okay. I said that that would be the last question, but I have just one more, which is: do you have any difficulties with managing your risk at the moment, or is it a challenging aspect of trading?
It is challenging. Do you
apply fixed risk management in your trading?
Yes, I do it. I go with a standard 2% of risk management.
Okay.
But there have been instances where I felt too much of confidence and took more risk. It turned out good for me. Okay. I have to be honest. But
so do you think your overconfidence could ruin your risk management discipline, or will you hold on to your strict risk policy?
No, I will hold on to my risk policy. I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. Probably sometimes I will get greedy and will take a bit more of a risk. But really, it can turn around very quickly. And I had some scary moments when I took more risk. So I'm not in favor of doing it too much. Yeah.
All right. Well, Ömür, thank you very much for joining and being here. Thank you for your time, and really appreciate for being here and being interviewed by me. I wish you all the best in your trading journey. We'll be seeing each other. In case for the viewers, if you want to know his statements, I have posted another video with the account statement where you can see his trades and his performance. So just thank you. Thanks a lot. And I wish you a great day. And we'll talk definitely soon. All right. Take care.
Thank you for having me. Bye-bye. Thank you.